Nice and loud.
I'll get a ride home after this.
That's right. Is there a soundtrack available, or will there be? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. It's available on iTunes right now.
I'm Paul B. P-A-U-L-B. The name is Spiaggia. Beach. Spiaggia. Go there, you listen to it, enjoy, and I'm happy.
And I guess we'll work on getting the album out. We'll talk about that. Good choice. It's beautiful music. Yes, right here.
Okay, so if I'm following along with your story, then the whole stuff with the mother is a creation. Is that right? Or was that also what was going on when you were in your 20s and then decided to go?
Good question.
That was a good question. It's actually kind of both. It was kind of plucked out on my own personal lifeline. When I was Lucy's age. I was 20, and I was going to be moving from Ohio to California to embark on my own personal career as a voice actress. And at that time, my mother was very sick, and 2 weeks before I was to leave, she passed away, and she passed away of ovarian cancer. So I'm one of 6 kids. I did not lead a sheltered life. I was quite outgoing and stuff, but this was very different for me. Never had a boyfriend, never been on an airplane before, like moving way far away from my family to do something. So it was so real that's the truth of it, where it came from. So just moved it up in time. Good question.
Perfectly all right to applaud that. Yes, right here. Nice and loud. Right here. I'll give you my mic.
Okay, so the moment in the stadium when you're afraid to yell out, and it seems like you're unable to find your voice, and then you yell out on the top of the tower. Is that part of the story true as well? Is there some other meaning there?
No, that did not happen. It was just an awesome moment. The screaming out, we talked about that. When was the right time to do that? When they were up on the tower. Did you love that visual? Kevin, I'm going to brag about you. This guy, oh my God, he has such courage, this guy. And to get up there, I think they were losing light, and we did not have, we shot that with a drone, but the one it's illegal to bring your own drone into Italy. It's required. There's laws that you have to follow those rules to do your film. But theirs broke. Theirs was also huge. It was like ridiculous. But Kevin, clever guy that he is and prepared, whips out this teeny little drone from his backpack. Okay, he said, "I'm ready. It's charged up. Let's do it. Is that all right?" "Yes, it's fine." "Okay, good." Boom. One take, all the way around. We lost the sun, and bam, it was done.
And with birds.
Birds.
Yeah.
I mean, to be totally honest, there were a couple locations where we just sort of were like, we have to shoot here. Let's think of something to shoot. So that was sort of part of it. Yeah. Find an excuse.
I mean, I know Kevin too, so I heard you.
Yeah.
Over here on the right.
Nancy, did you ever meet Fellini?
Did you ever meet Fellini? That's probably the number one question, isn't it?
A better question. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, that's awesome then. So that's awesome. We talked about how to end this film, and I honestly just really, I don't want to answer that question. I kind of like it leaving up to you, because the ending purposefully was done in such a way to get the audience to contribute to the story. I love that about art, and it's not done much in films, that if you can get an audience to contribute to your story, look what that does. The whole purpose behind this for me was to inspire, to bring hope, to elevate our culture.
How dare you, sir? How dare you? Question up here. Did you really eat that many rum balls?
I did, but you know what? I ate 3. I actually ate more than she did. I ate 3. They were big. They were the size of almost a tennis ball. They were huge and completely rum soaked. And she was hardly, but I was, wow. That was my breakfast, okay?
Question down here. Yes, you, sir.
How long, I'm always curious, was the process from
length of time writing it to getting it actually to this point?
You know, it was actually, yeah, it was decades. It was decades long, because when I finished doing the actual trip, I started working on the monologue, started developing. I didn't have a writer. I'm not a writer. I do cartoons. I do, sound effects, dripping faucets and cement mixers and things like fake sneezes, things like that. And then a couple years later, cast as Bart. And then I got married. I had a couple of babies, more time, and then The Simpsons happened. 5 years into that, I'm like, man, and I kept telling the story. That's the thing, I just kept it alive and telling people, you've got to do this, so that's when I did it as a one-woman show. And then what I realized was I need help to do this, and that's where I met Peter. I had developed a monologue, just one monologue, performed the monologue, and just said, I need help, I'm looking for a writer. So I did the monologue, and this guy came up to me and said, I'm a writer, I would love to work with you. And Peter is the president of Spotted Cow now. We've been together for longer than me and my dentist. He is like the longest relationship I've had with the dude except for my dad. So it's pretty cool. And it's awesome. So we started collaborating. We wrote about 12 versions of a screenplay after the one-woman show. Yeah.
And then when did Taryn?
Yes, and then it was like in the evolution of me gaining confidence and realizing that you can't hire a producer to do your dream. You have to really do it obviously there are producers that are incredible. I could never have done it without you guys, ever, and you know that's true. And same with the Italian, this Italian team that we brought in. But at that time, I'm going, how am I going to shoot a film in Italy? I can't speak the language, I don't have the wherewithal. But with the evolution of my own personal career and goals and stuff, that came to pass. And I had the ability to then do it. And that's where this guy came in.
And once Tehran got on board, how long did it take?
We started working together in 2014. Tehran and Peter and I took a preliminary, non-part of the budget. Kevin Burke, thank you very much. I really mean that. Dude, it was a vacation. It wasn't part of this budget. Took them on a vacation with me. They were my bodyguards. And we went back and retraced all the steps that I took on the journey. And by the end of that trip, we had the script. And there you go. And then we shot it in 2 years ago, right about now.
Okay, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Got it. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Anyone? We have time for maybe one more. Yes, right here.
I thought Lucy.
I actually put it over your head. I apologize. I'll take your question. Yes.
I thought Lucy was really captivating, and I'm curious to know what captivated you about the actress, and was there anything in her that you saw of yourself?
Yeah. What did you see in Cassandra that also mimicked you?
What did I see at Ksenia? I think, that came down to you and me and Peter and you guys kind of deciding about this quality